I'm Bill Ranson, a geology professor in the Department of Earth and Environmental Sciences, here in my 41st and last year at Furman, ready to demonstrate, smash, or pass. Okay, so what we have here is a metamorphic rock called a gneiss, G-N-E-I-S-S. It's a German word, and it's composed of feldspar, which is the white chalky material here, and quartz, the gray, smoky gray, translucent mineral, and then a little bit of black biotite, which you might be able to see a little better here. So it's got a definite layering or foliation to it. This is what we call the table rock gneiss. It is the gneiss that makes up Table Rock and Caesar's Head and a lot of the area here in what we call the inner Piedmont of northwestern South Carolina. So I'm going to smash this rock in order to crush it up and do a chemical analysis of it. So the first step in that process would be to make the rock a little bit smaller. So we're going to smash it here. And let's see. There we go. That's probably good for this particular sample. Okay, so here we have a schist. Got to be careful how you pronounce that, but it is a rock that is dominated by micas. You can see the reflective muscovite there, and it's very finely layered. So you've got this platy muscovite and also a little layer of biotite, which is the black mica here, and a little stringer of feldspar in there. So pretty typical of schists around here. Gneisses are the most abundant rock type. Schist would be the second most abundant rock type here in the foothills of the Appalachians. I'm going to smash this one in order to make a thin section of the rock, so we can smash the rock and then cut it and mount the rock with epoxy rock chip on a glass slide. Then we grind that down to make what's called a thin section, so we can look at it under a microscope. So I'm going to smash it, and incidentally I'm smashing here on this beautiful big piece of granite from near Kershaw, South Carolina. So there we have a size that's appropriate for cutting into a thin section. I'll set that aside over. It's a beautiful fold. You can see the fold in the calc-silicate gneiss, which is a slightly rarer rock type around here. And I'm going to pass on this one because it's a beautiful example of a fold, or what we call a portafold, which is a fold that you can actually take out of the outcrop and take back to the lab to show students about how rocks can be folded. So rocks, when they're subjected to elevated temperature and pressure, they can actually be folded without breaking, so they behave as a plastic or a ductile material. If I were to hit this with a hammer now, it would break brittly like the other rocks, but when it was deformed at high temperature and pressure, it deformed ductily. So we're passing on this guy. It's too pretty to mess up. All right. Our next rock here is an ultramafic rock from the Salem Quadrangle, which is a little to the west of here, over near Lake Keowee. And it's you can see it's very greenish in color because it has lots of chlorite and clinoamphibole, another type of mineral there. I've got my handy dandy hand lens here. I'm going to check it out a little bit. Oh yeah, you can see some nice needles of clinoamphibole intermixed with some of the gray micaceous chlorite there. So this is an ultramafic rock. Probably started life in the mantle and was thrust up onto the crust during Appalachian mountain building. So again, I'm going to smash just a little edge off of this one, again for thin sectioning. Not quite enough. Let's see if I can do that a little better here. There we go. Perfect. The last rock we have is another example of a gneiss. It's different from the first gneiss. You can see it's finer grained, still has that good layering to it. It's just a different variety of what we call the table rock gneiss. They're all composed of the same mineralogy, quartz, feldspar, and a little bit of biotite. Again, I think I'll smash this one so that we can make a thin section. Hey, there we go. All right, so this is a good size for mounting on a glass slide for thin section making, so I think we're done with that one. Okay, our last sample here. How should I introduce this? It looks like an egg to me. I have not verified that, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. So stand back. It may splatter. 1, 2, 3. Oh heck, I missed. We'll try the pointy end. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I see the yellow yolk oozing out there. We can destroy it if you want to. Well, one reason geologists are a laid-back group of scientists is that we take our aggression out in smashing rocks. And so it relieves all that stress and pressure that Furman students normally build up as they go through their daily lives of tests and papers and research and,